I had a very successful week in my sewing room. If you would like to hear more about this, stick around. Hi, my name is Agata. Welcome in Agata's Cottage. It's time for weekly catch-up, aka Friday Sews. This hashtag was started a few years ago by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, and there are tons of videos every week from various vloggers you can watch under hashtag Friday Sews. My last video went live on Sunday night. I did kind of weekly catch up then, and I got a lot of love for one of my new makes, my blouse. And thank you everyone who watched, who commented. I absolutely love this blouse. There will be few changes, fitting changes that I'm gonna make in the next version, but I did notes in my stash hub what I need to do, so it will be easier next time. I actually made two things this week in my sewing room. I can only share one because the other one is a gift for a sewing friend, and it's gonna travel a little bit, so hopefully it will arrive on time next week. And I don't want to share it ahead of time to spoil the surprise. The second thing I made is the top I'm wearing, and I absolutely love it. So I hacked New Look 6216. The fabric I used for this top is cotton jersey I got at So in Nice a few weeks ago. I got 1 meter and it was 150 centimeters wide roughly, and I used almost all of it. I have small bits left, and I'm planning to do a little color blocking hacking with it, but majority of the fabric is gone. And I absolutely love my new top. So I made a New Look 6216 twice before, and previously I had a problem with um, neckline being too big. So this time I decided to adjust the neckline on my pattern pieces because I have narrow shoulders, and very often when the neckline is wide, things will just keep sliding off, and it drives me insane. So I added around almost a centimeters to the width on each side of the neckline, and I just kind of like scoop it down. I will take a picture of the pattern piece, traced pattern piece, so you can see where the changes are. And I did the same thing for the back. So basically for the back, I added to the shoulder seam here around a centimeter, maybe tiny bit less, just to match whatever I did at the front. And then I just kind of graded down to maybe quarter of an inch at the back, at the center back, and I absolutely love how it turned out. I did sway back adjustment of almost an inch on this pattern, and as you can see, there is no pulling, no gathering fabric anywhere here. I do hope you can see. And I absolutely love how it turned out. It took me way longer than it should because of course I had to test few versions because I wasn't sure exactly what I want with certain bits and pieces. I had an image in my head that I wanted to achieve, and I had to work towards it. So I started with view C, which is a view without the cuff, and I added the cuff as it was originally. However, I didn't want the cuff to be fitted, so I decided to uh, lengthen it a bit, but I lengthened it too much, so I had to unpick and and shrink it. When I did that, I decided I still don't like where it's lying because it was almost up to here and it felt a little bit too long, too much. So instead of unpicking again, I just cut off the cuff and cut off the piece of the sleeve, and decided, I will repeat the same thing on the other sleeve. I basically uh, shortened the sleeve and the cuff by 3/8 of an inch, which is seam allowance, maybe slightly bit longer, slightly bit more, and I repeated the same thing on the other sleeve. And when I attach one sleeve just with the basting stitch, I absolutely loved where it's finishing and how it's looking. So I was like, okay, that's perfect. That's how I want it to be. I did those little flaps. We'll come over so you can see. They are sewn permanently, and the button is sewn permanently. So I didn't want to bother doing buttonholes on a jersey, actually on the cuffing. So I just attached the button, and I had a problem because I didn't realize that ideally I would attach the flap first, then attach the cuff. So I have the seam hidden. So I basically did the thingy that you do with the belt loops for the trousers, but it worked fine, and I absolutely love how it turned out. I think they add a little bit of military style to the plain t-shirt, and it's just this extra little touch that elevates the basic tee. For the neckline, what I did, I took piece of cuffing. I basically had a little left, and I lined it so it's less than 2 inches basically. Originally it was less than 2 inches. And I attached it to the jersey, and I wanted to make sure that the white stripe is the one that's close to the cuffing. So I wiggle it. Then I measure the neckline in the top, the finished neckline, calculated 75% of that finished neckline, and that's how I cut my whole strip. So what I did, I folded it in half, make sure that both seams are at the spot basically together, so they are aligning, and I measured the half of the length that I needed for my neckband, added seam allowance for the back, and I attached the neckline, and that's it. There is no special magic or anything, and I think it turned out super cute. I didn't had chance to do anything more. We had information evening in Alice Secondary School. I had a day for errands yesterday, and you know how it is with life. Plus, we have fabulous, and I mean fabulous weather in Ireland. It's just perfect. It's between 18 and 20 degrees Celsius. There is cool breeze, and I absolutely love it. It's my type of weather. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Irish rain. I absolutely love Irish rain, but there is something magical happening to Ireland when it's sunny. It's like you see miracle in front of your eyes. Plus, I have little birdies coming to my garden, and I do have to admit I have fabulous time just sitting on my sofa and watching them. And actually today I didn't notice that I spent half an hour observing three sparrows, I think they're sparrows, coming over and picking some food from the bird feeder, and then going on the fence. We have like a stone wall um, connecting us to neighbors. On that stone wall there were few little baby birdies. They weren't baby, like they were big enough that they were able to fly, but they weren't able to sit on the feeder, the way it is set up. So the mommy birdie and daddy birdie were coming, getting some seeds, and then going and feeding the little birdies, and I spent half an hour just watching them. It was just so heartwarming and so simple and beautiful. It was just fantastic. So yeah, sometimes I do freeze myself watching nature instead of sewing, but that's good for the soul too. So that's all the things I made. I did get some fabrics, and I will need your advice with one of them. So I got cotton stretch cotton sateen from So in Nace yesterday. There was just a remnant piece in the maroon color. It's currently in the wash, so I cannot show you that. But I got 1 meter, and it's for shorts for Alice, because apparently we are in for super warm weather, and you know how it is with kids. and the shorts do get destroyed. Maybe not destroyed, but they do get dirty very quickly. So I don't have to do washing of her shorts every other day. I want to make her more short. The other three fabrics I got are from Rainbow Fabrics. I know I said I'm supporting local and I'm sticking to it. However, some time ago I ordered one fabric from Rainbow Fabrics and I absolutely loved it. I ordered only 2 meters because I wasn't sure exactly how big the print is. And when it arrived, I fell in love and I couldn't get that fabric out of my head. And I wanted to make long maxi dress in it. But I bought only 2 meters. There was no physical chance I would be able to get out maxi dress in my size out of 2 meters. Because originally I was just planning to make a short dress. So I got email, I think it was week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago, from Rainbow Fabrics that I gathered some points and I can use up those points for a discount. So I got 30% discount of my purchase using the points. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna order more of that fabric, and that's the fabric. And it's just it's just fabulous. I absolutely love it. It's not exactly my colors because there's a lot of pastel things, but I love the khaki, I love the burgundy, I love the chartreuse, and I think it will look great. And this fabric caused me to have a dilemma about what to make with it because I have one pattern that I think it would look stunning in it, but I don't know if I will get enough wear to justify using this specific fabric for that pattern. So I ordered additional 3 meters, so I have overall 5 meters. And the pattern I'm talking about is Vogue 2042 and View A. And I think it would look fabulous in that fabric. But View A requires almost 4 meters of fabric. So I'm not sure if I can justify doing an evening gown that I will probably wear once a year using the fabric that I absolutely love and I would love to wear more often. The other pattern that I'm considering for this fabric is this in view C, so this view that's on the screen, because I can get it out from 2.5 meters. And believe me, I did lie the pattern pieces on the 2 meters I had. There was physically no chance because of how the print is and how the width of this dress on the bottom is. So there was no chance of getting that specific um, dress out of 2 meters, not in my size anyway. So I'm thinking of this, or alternatively, I have this pattern and I'm thinking of view B, so this dress. And it has absolutely fabulous back. I don't know if you will be able to see, but it has wrap V neck back. And I'm extremely tempted to do this as a maxi dress, and I can get that dress out of 3 meters of fabric in the size that I need. So I need your advice. Which pattern I should use for that fabric? If I use one of the patterns where I use less fabric, I will still have enough to make a blouse or a top or even short dress. If I use this, I might have enough for a tank top if I'm very savvy with the pattern Tetris, but it's a big might. So while I was browsing the rainbow fabrics, because you know that I hate paying for shipping when I'm just getting one fabric, I spotted that they had a white muslin, like very fine, lightweight muslin fabric. So I ordered few meters because I had a problem finding it anywhere here. I got calico, but like heavyweight calico or medium weight. Couldn't get the super lightweight that was reasonably priced. I mean, below €12 a meter, because for the €12 a meter I will just get another fabric and to do the twill in wearable twill. So I got 4 meters of the like the white muslin. It's somewhere there on the pile of the fabrics, and I'm not digging it out. And then I had a look at their cottons, and I spotted this one, this way, and I actually had to get it. Not only for So Fruity, but also for the Project Dress a Girl. I thought it would be super adorable dress for the Project Dress a Girl, and I couldn't resist. And while my mind was still on the Project Dress a Girl, I decided I'm gonna have a look for another fabric so I can have a little bit more variety in my fabrics. And I got this one. I thought it will be fabulous if I get some solid colors like orange or brown or yellow or even green to add this as a border, or just finishing touches, or even do dress in just this fabric. I think it will be fabulous as dress Alisa designed last year or year and the year before, because the front panel is basically straight panel. So I think this at the front, like the whole bit between two bits, would be amazing. We will see how it goes, but I ordered 2 meters. They sent me 2.4 because it looks like it was end of the bale, so I'm very grateful for that. Now let's talk about my plans for next week. Oh, I just realized I forgot to tell you one thing. I finished my t-shirt with the new Specky Seamstress bias binding. I will pop the picture somewhere here, and I absolutely loved. So plans for next week. I actually want to remake this t-shirt, not with this detail or this detail, but some additional details, and I pull out 3 fabrics from my stash. So first is just plain white jersey, and I just want to make super basic version, just white, nothing special. I might add the lace or something to finishing touches on the sleeve, but that's it. I need plain white t-shirt in my wardrobe. The second one is this off-white jersey I got from Crafty Studio either last year or 2 years ago. So I'm planning to make this, but finish this with black bias binding around the neckline and add tiny little white bow on the side, if I will find matching color white ribbon. And I will do a sleeved finish with the bias binding and tiny little bows on the top, if I will find matching white um, ribbon, assuming I will. And the next one, so I'm planning 3 t-shirts from the same pattern. While I have the pattern out, is this fabric. So as you can see, I'm on a green kick at the moment. I got that fabric, it will be 4.5 years ago in Poland, and I absolutely love it. It was waiting for the perfect pattern, the perfect project, and I had it out a good few times. I had plans good few times, but they never felt 100% right. And I'm one of those people who will rather not make something if you are not convinced that it's the proper fabric for it, or switch the fabric, then go with something that you might regret. So I decided now it's the time. So what I'm planning to do with this one is uh, extend the sleeve a little bit and do little gathering, like rushing on the shoulders on both sides, and I think it will be super cute. And I'm thinking of finishing neckline just with the hidden bias binding, so you won't be able to see it, just to give it more blousy look than a t-shirt look. And potentially I will turn this panel, because it's a fabric panel, into this t-shirt but as a tunic, just so I can wear it with leggings, but we will see if I will have enough time. I want to start working on my makes for Sewskin Summer, And I actually just looking there, and I have a dress to upcycle into a skirt that I'm also planning to enter into the challenge, and I'm really keen on making it work as soon as possible. So that's all my plans, and you know, all the excitement. I hope I didn't bore you today. My allergies are starting to kick in, so I better finish because in next few minutes I will start sneezing like there is no tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know what are you planning to sew for summer. Do you have any go-to summer patterns or anything you are excited to try new? I'm very curious. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, clean your sewing machine and change your needle. Happy sewing! Bye!